I'm big on dry firing, making sure the weapon's clear. You can put a snap cap in here or whatever, but you can take that gun, point it in a safe direction, and then begin to practice your trigger control. Whether it's single or double action, knowing where those sights are, making sure that your grip is correct. It's an excellent way to train with your firearm when you can't be out at the range. You know, range fees are expensive, driving out to them, ammo's expensive. And being able to have some trigger time without having to spend a lot of money is really appealing. And I think it'll give you a lot more time with your... This is something that I found. In fact, the first time I saw it was in the Glock store catalog. Sure Strike laser ammo system. And right here is just a very nice pouch. And it comes with the 9mm. Now there are different adaptations you can do, which is I have different ones. In fact, of course, I do a lot of 45, and I even have a 12 gauge shotgun. And we're going to look at all these different things. They do 357 SIG, 40. Of course, this is a 38 357 cartridge, and just a lot of different options with this. But the one thing that you can do with this is to be able to shoot anywhere, anytime, and use the firearm that you're shooting, the firearm that you're carrying. This is your laser here. And what happens is, every time you pull the trigger, the firing pin hits right here on this little pad and will emit an instant laser that'll just, for a momentary, it'll hit and you'll see exactly where you're aiming. And that's the real beauty of this. It's not a constant beam, so you know exactly when you pull the trigger where that aim is located. So this is so much different than anything else that's out on the market. And so I'm going to demonstrate it. First, I'm going to show you how to put it into your pistol. I'm going to use the Beretta 92 to demonstrate this system, mainly because this is a double action pistol and I can continue to pull the trigger and to ignite that laser, emit that laser beam. So what we're going to do is you go ahead and put it into the chamber, and you want to make sure that the little pad that the firing pin hits is on the back side. Now once you put that in, you want to pull the rod out. This is a hollow rod, but what it does is it lodges itself in the barrel, so you can really aim. Now when I put this in at first, and according to different barrel sizes, it's going to go down too far. So what we want to do is to add this little black high impact plastic piece, and we're going to tighten it down really good and tight. And the reason why you want this tight is because when you put this into the laser and screw it in, you're going to be able to unscrew it without unscrewing the black plastic piece. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to lower it in there. Now you can see it sticks out just a little bit. For safety and to make sure this thing is lodged right, you're going to want to go ahead and put on your safety cap. Now I'm holding this in the back to make sure it's a good tight fit. And what this will do is this will ensure accuracy. And then you just lower the slide. And it's ready for use. Now, one of the things that I'm going to show you is it does come with a number of little targets. These targets are highly reflective. They're made for the laser ammo itself, and they will reflect, and you'll be able to really see this thing, the laser reflect off of the target. So I'm going to set it down here just to give you an idea. And every time you pull the trigger, it hits. And it will show you the exact point of impact. But it's only when you pull the trigger. Now, one of the big things about Glock is you'll have to pull the slide back every time you take a shot. But it does not pull the cartridge out. And that's the beauty of it. So you can fire it and then do it again. If you want to do it with a Beretta, you're going to have to pull the hammer back to get your single action. But to be honest with you, it's really neat to be able to practice double action, especially since double action is probably what you're going to have to do in a first shot situation in self-defense. Now to remove the system from your gun, you just unscrew this lightly and it comes out. And then you'll have your laser itself will come either at the bottom or the top. Let's give you a better look at it right here. It's really a unique system. As you can see, it just screws right in. and then unscrews easily. Now, just to give you an idea of how the 45 system works, there's a sleeve that fits over the top of the 9mm laser sight. And what that does is it fits down into your chamber. I'm using the Glock Model 36. And what you do is you drop it down in, and this of course also will show you with a different barrel length. You don't need the black plastic sleeve at the end of this tube. So what I'll do is, you can see it's going to fit pretty seriously in there. So what I'm going to do before that, and this is just something that I've learned to do, I'm going to take the plastic safety cap on the end. I'm going to go ahead and screw it down a good bit. And then I'm going to fit this into the pistol. And just tighten it down. Okay. Now you see that the tube does fit out just a little bit, but that doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt anything. And you have your Sure Strike laser system in place. And now we're ready. One thing with the Glock is you'll have to pull the slide back with every shot that you fire. But it also gives you that first shot feel, and it does give you good practice. Of course, now if you're really serious about training with your Glock, you can get this reset trigger for the Glock, and you insert this into your Glock, and then what this will allow you to do is to continue to fire a number of shots without having to pull your slide back. So, of course, the one thing you don't want to do is to leave this in your gun if you ever need it. Now, once you remove the 9mm adapter laser out of the pistol, you have this 12 gauge adapter that you can be sold separately. Just place it in here, lock it down, and now you're ready with shotgun. Pretty up close and personal. We're looking at about 15 yards. Really getting a feel for where I'm putting my shot. Instinctive shooting, moving, good stuff. This is one of the best trainings I know for instinctive shooting and knowing where you're putting your round. Yeah, center hits every time. There's a lot of learning to be done at the range, but there's a lot of learning to do with technique that you just will not pick up when you're going with gunpowder, the recoil, the noise, everything else. There are certain techniques that you need to really get down that you can really develop with something like a training aid like this. This goes beyond dry firing too. Even without the small targets, you can pick up the laser hitting the sight. So you can adjust your target if you want. The one thing about those reflective targets though is that it really magnifies where the laser point hits. But again, you can use this just with a shirt, and then you can be able to see where the bullet's going. It does come with a great instruction manual, tells you step by step how to insert, but it's really pretty easy and pretty self-explanatory. Now, one of the things that I do like is having this safety cap on. It does let you know that this gun is not functional as a self-defense weapon, but it also lets you know that this gun's not going to go off if you're practicing. You know, you've got the laser in it, you know the laser's in it. No accidental or negligent discharges. Now, it does come with 6 different styles of targets, and these are highly reflective. They do pick up the laser very well. But there are so many different things that it is called a dry fire training system, which it is. But it includes the real safety feature with the orange cap. The accuracy is there. You know where you're hitting. You know, with dry fire, you're lining up your sights. You really don't know if you're really shooting, that you're hitting the spot that you're pointing at. And then also, it's firing pin activated. So when you pull the trigger, it's the exact spot that your muzzle is pointing to. And then, of course, there's no vibration or anything that's connected. It's not sensitive to vibrations or anything like that. It holds up very well. Of course, you can get a lot more specific information from laser-ammo.com. And these guys actually make this in Israel. And if anybody knows all about close quarter combat and special tactics, it's the guys in Israel. So I'll tell you what, check it out. I think you'll find that this is a really great system for a training tool. It's the Sure Striker laser cartridge, and it is an excellent training tool. And as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more fun gun reviews and sensible survival. God bless America. Long live the Republic.
Whoa! That one was stronger.
It went.
All right. Oh my God!